Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Monday workout. Let's begin with 3 minutes of your choice. Warm-up pace cardio, and then you need an empty barbell for the warm-up. We'll do some landmine and single arm stuff. So start with landmine thrusters, alternating arms. So a thruster is squat to press, and we're gonna do it with the landmine variation. So that means one end of the barbell on the ground, the other end is in my hand. So squat, extend and press, and then switch hands on the way down. So we're doing 10 total reps or 5 on each arm. And then we're gonna pivot around. We're gonna do landmine single leg deadlift. So the way I'd like to do this is the end of the barbell really close to the inside of my foot, and I'm gonna kick back, do a single leg deadlift. And this actually helps you to balance just a little bit because the other end of the bar doesn't move. So we're doing those single leg deadlifts, and then when you finish that, go into the rows, right? So single arm landmine rows. When we finish that, we'll do a warm-up set of deadlifts, and I want you to practice the silent touch, and that is what our ninja deadlift is. So when you get down, when you pick it up off the ground, you can hear the slack in the collar pull out of the bar, right? So I want you to have that slack should never come out of the bar when you touch it to the ground, right? So it's normal pace, except for as you approach the ground, we are touching the ground, but I don't want to be able to hear it if I'm standing like 5 feet away from you. And that is what the ninja deadlift is. So we're doing 4 sets of 6 ninja deadlift. The percentage is moderate, and this will finish up our volume series on the deadlifts, and we'll start working into some more heavier weight, lower volume, and less tempo stuff in the following weeks. And then your superset is goblet lunges plus goblet high knee marching, right? So I'll have my kettlebell in my hand, and I'm doing 6 reps on each leg of a goblet lunge. And as soon as I finish that, when I come back to standing, I'm maintaining that goblet position and doing 15 reps of a high knee goblet march. And that fits in with the resisted marches that we're doing later in the extra credit if you want to do that, all right? When you finish deadlifts, there is a lower body strength circuit. I said approximately 2 to 4 rounds, depending on how much time you have. And if you need more rest in between sets, that is fine, but none of this stuff should get you too awful tired. You will feel some heart rate from it. You will feel a little bit of breathing, right? It will be cardio for the day if you do it as written with the work and the rest intervals as they're written there. If you take more rest, you can lift more weight, and you do it a little slower, a little bit less intensity if you don't feel like going for a heart rate type workout for today. But it is 4 exercises. It's actually 6 stations, right? Because there's a left and a right on one of them. But the first one is a single leg barbell Romanian deadlift, right? So that means just like a regular deadlift, except for one foot's off the ground, right? So use that bar to help you balance, right? And don't be shy about the weight you use. You can do, 35% of your 1 rep max with one leg. Your legs will do it. The question is, can you balance with it, all right? So maybe start off at a very moderate load. Something more than the empty barbell would be good, but don't go crazy on it. It's only 6 reps on each leg. Next one is a Bulgarian split squat. And this one where you're doing, the first interval will be on the right leg, second interval will be on the left leg, and all these are 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, so it's just prop that back leg up, and I would like to see your front shin vertical on this one and your foot stay flat on the ground when you do it, and you're just doing 40 seconds for reps on the Bulgarian split squat with no weight on it. After that, glute bridges or weighted hip thrust. If you want to do the hip thrust, just shove your bench against the wall so that it doesn't move, and try to have your shoulder blades up on top of it so you can get to a good tabletop position. Knees should be at about 90 degrees on this. If your knees are too tight to your butt, you'll feel it more in the quads extending. If your feet are too far away from you, it'll be like all hamstrings and low back. So knees at 90 is how you get the most glutes out of that. And then the last one is a Patrick step down. So this is kind of like a backwards step up, right? Where the downward phase is what we're looking for on in terms of control and what we're trying to get out of the exercise. So if you need to move your bench to right here so you can hang on to something, start in a standing position. right here with one leg off the bench, and we're trying to reach down and just barely touch the ground with our toes and then stand back up, right? And so I'm using the rig to help me balance, but also to keep me from putting too much weight on the floor, right? It's a really good knee and quad rehab exercise. So do that, 6 reps on each leg, and that is our strength circuit, which you can get through 2 times and then move on to the extra credit, or you can do 4 times and then no extra credit. You fill it out however you want to, but the extra credit is more knee and lower extremity stuff. So some reverse locomotion or sled drag or plate drag, and then mini band resisted marching. So more marching, but just against the resistance of a band if you want to do that for extra credit. Okay, that's it for Monday. Have a great one. See you guys on Tuesday.